Hello, I'm Laura, the library lady, and welcome to this video. This video will air on March 30th, our first day back to school here in Maryland. We're only going back virtually. So welcome everyone back to school. And I know it's going to be an adjustment for everyone. And so please don't be upset if things are kind of strange. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get used to this new school schedule we have. So, you see I have a number of friends with me today. I hate to say this, even though I'm a grown-up, I love stuffed animals. And all of these, and my friend the ranger here, are special. And you also know I love the newspaper. So I brought the newspaper, I read a story in the newspaper, and that's why I brought all my friends down to see you, because I read this newspaper article that I thought was really a lot of fun, and you and your parents in your community may want to try this as well. So this is the Maryland Gazette, and this is the March 25th, 2020 edition. I'm going to move my little friends out the way. I will bring them back. And I'm going to look at this article here. That's really a lot of fun. It's this article right here, boys and girls. Okay, I'm going to read the title and I'll read the article to you. The article title is Anne Arundel Neighbors Go on Stuffed Animal Safari to Get Kids Outside During Shutdown. And it's written by Devon Conaway. And we have a picture. And do you remember what we call the words under the picture? We talked about that. It's called a caption. All right. So the caption of the picture says, one animal hiding in Cape Street Clare's Zoofarie on Sunday. So I'm going to read this article. Children living in two Anne Arundel County neighborhoods got to leave their houses Sunday for a safari of sorts. Some even use binoculars to spot about 400 stuffed animals placed in neighbors' yards. Adron of the Savannah and Cape St. Clair each had over 100 homes participate in Zoofarie, in which neighbors hide animals in their yard for children to spot. More than 400 stuffed animals combined were decorating neighbors' yards and homes. Cape St. Clair resident Stephanie Cornett said they had seen other neighborhood had residents put shamrocks in windows and kids ran around to see how many they could spot. We took it a step further and came up with Zoofarie, Cornett said. There was tons of animals out. Even the local elementary school mascot made an appearance at Cape St. Clair neighborhood Zoofarie. Rebecca Hall was Skittles, the seagull mascot from Cape St. Clair Elementary School. She danced in her driveway starting at 1 p.m. for those that wanted to stop by then. A neighbor went as far as to purchase a domain to host an interactive website for the Zoofarie to show of which houses would be participating. Driving around, Cornett saw many families out walking around the neighborhood. Some of the kids even had binoculars, and others were dressed up like they were on an actual safari, Cornett said. It was a hit for sure. Cornett doesn't want her kids in front of a screen all day, and neither did most parents in the neighborhood. So putting on this Zoofarie helped a lot of kids be active, she said. I am a pretty extreme extrovert. It has been tough for us, Cornett said. It's been hard to keep the kids happy. My kids finally realized they missed the structure of school every day. Cornett and her husband work from home, and she has been locked in her room working, while her husband has been working in the guest room. Me and my husband are on conference calls all day, Cornett said. My kids are in the living room playing, and it is just total chaos. Cornette is doing a lot of virtual activities with her kids while indoors. We have been social distancing since we got the word that we would be working from home, Cornette said. It has been a learning experience that we could spend more time at home. I am a little anxious that things will get worse, especially if people don't practice social distancing. So, boys and girls, this is the article. I thought it was very interesting. And as we continue to fight the virus, we have to obey what the law says and what our governor says. And so I wanted to talk about these different stuffed animals. In the article, they mentioned they had a Zoofarie. And of course, they practice social distancing. That means you stay 6 feet or more away from everyone. Now, it's rained over the weekend and it's pretty wet out there today, but that's something your neighborhood can do. I love national parks, and this is a ranger I bought, and I just love stuffed animals, and these stuffed animals represent our wildlife, and a park ranger is a person that takes care of the park. And I didn't take off the tag. It says park ranger. Let me read this for you so you will know what a park ranger does. From Yosemite to the Everglades, from the Golden Gate to the Statue of Liberty, natural and historic resources in our country need our protection. These special places need special people in addition to you to help protect them. The park rangers of the National Park Service. Rangers wear many hats in the field: storyteller, law enforcer, wildlife biologist, botanist, and firefighter, just to name a few. While rangers must be flexible in every situation, their primary responsibility is safety. Caring for the safety of visitors and the living plants and animals in every national park requires respect for nature, animals, and people. So I don't really know where I got this one. It was manufactured in Oakland, California. But this is a girl, park ranger, at least I think she is. And she has on a pair of binoculars. And that was mentioned in the article. Girls and boys, do you understand what the word binoculars mean? If you said it's a special set of looking glasses, I don't know what to call them, looking glasses, but you look in the binoculars and you can see things far away. They're kind of hard to use, but they're very important, especially for social distancing. Now, this bear I got when I was in Yellowstone, and it was something I bought it as I support Yellowstone National Park because there are bears in Yellowstone, and I saw a bear in Yellowstone. They have grizzly and black bears there, so I always make sure I practice social distancing from wild animals because you can get hurt or they can get hurt. Now, this penguin is from Australia, and they have a special park there just for penguins, and it was a wonderful thing to go to that park, and they were just talking. This whole little sheet tells you why the penguins are there, and when you buy this little penguin, it helps raise money to preserve their habitat. So we have to protect habitat. Habitat means where the animals live. All right. Now, I was in New Zealand, and I got this in New Zealand, and they have sheep, and I'm a rug hooker. I make rugs by hand, and we get our materials from sheep and llamas for wool, and my little baby nephew was being born, so I got him one of these too. I was in Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji, and of course, Australia suffered from horrible wildfires last year. So we have to make sure that we can help them as well, even though we have some issues in our country and across the world right now. And finally, I love the theater, and we can't go to the theaters right now because it's not safe. But one of my favorite places to go is the Millennium Stage in Pennsylvania. And that's a very special theater because they only do Bible stories. And one of the Bible stories they do is this book of Ruth in the Bible. And this was a little dog that they had in that play. And they had a real dog. They have real animals at that theater. And this was a little dog in the play representing that. The little dog was so cute. And I love corgis. I think this is a corgi. And I can't have any pets right now. But so I bought a pet. And I love her to death. So, so your stuffed animals can be used in different ways in your house or when you're out and about. And I think that community that came up with the idea of having a Zoofarie was so cute and innovative. So if you're really getting bored, boys and girls and parents, of being inside the house, maybe you can work with your neighbors and put your stuffed animals out. Make sure you are careful and make sure you don't go too close to anyone because we're practicing social distancing. So be good, everyone. Welcome back to school, and I will see you next time on Laura, the Library Lady. Bye, boys and girls.